Alrighty everyone, let's keep rolling with Ask Soap Anything! Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Midnight Rider asks, what other Let's Plays will you do? I see your icon there. Good team choice, good team choice. Messi! What other Let's Plays will I do? That is a very good question, because I honestly do not know. I usually get my random ideas for Let's Plays and then I just try them out, or I go off of suggestions from you guys. There's a bunch of games that, I play, I just don't know if they would make the best Let's Play material. One that I tried and realized didn't work, just to give you an example, is The Walking Dead, the Telltale series. There was a lot of dialogue in that game, and I didn't get really a chance to talk because I don't want to talk over all of the dialogue, and so it doesn't really, in my opinion, make for a very good Let's Play. So there, any dialogue heavy game like that is kind of hard to make a Let's Play for, but, games like Skyrim and Mordor and Minecraft, or, a bunch of games where it's not just constant talking, I could easily play, and as long as I like it, and then as long as you like it, it could become a series. Simple as that. Hopefully that answers your question. I didn't give you any really specific answers, but I don't really plan that far in advance. I just kind of go with the flow, you know what I'm saying? Moon the Cat 2003. Tell us all about your dog. Not really a question, but so my dog, his name is Draco. You guys see him running around and all that in most of my videos for the past couple of years. He is a rescue dog. I went to a local rescue shelter a couple years ago, picked him up, because, he's adorable. Yeah, I felt the need to get a dog because I love dogs. I like cats, but I love dogs. I feel that, getting a rescue animal is a really good way to do it. Oh, there he is! Draco! Draco! What are you doing? Here he is. Here's the dog. He is furry, he is cute, he smiles. Yes, look at this dog. See how cute he is? So, that's all about my dog. He's one of my bestest friends. He's cool, he's loud, he's silly, he's furry, and he's cute. What more could you ask for? Blue Phoenix has a lot of questions. Here we go. So, awesome job, Soap. This was a great idea for a series. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you. Questions. What's your favorite movie? Fight Club. I haven't found a movie yet that can, I guess you could say, change the way I view movies. Like, it came out in a time in my life where I was like, wow, this speaks to me. I had read a little bit of the novel beforehand, but I didn't really get into it because at the time I thought books were stupid because I was stupid. I saw the movie and was just like, books can be like that? I was so used to reading, like, it came out I think 1999, early 2000. I was a freshman in high school at the time, and like all the books that I'd really been used to reading were books I would read in like my English class, like The Giver, or Dr. Dolittle, Iliad and the Odyssey, a bunch of Shakespeare. I always thought that those were what books were, with the exception of the Goosebumps books, because hell yeah, Goosebumps, son, R.L. Stine. What you know about that? Oh, loved Goosebumps as a kid. I haven't read them before. Oh, Goosebumps and Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. Oh my god. Just the drawings on that Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, that'll give you nightmares for days. It's not really great literature, but damn, that artwork is good. I loved it. That artwork was a huge influence on my artwork as I got older. It's so good. So good. If you have a chance to check it out, please do. What's your favorite book, comic, graphic novel? My favorite book is, it's actually a tie between Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri. Some of you may not know it under that name, but if you've ever heard Dante's Inferno, that's the first book. And then there's Purgatory, and then Paradise. It's basically the story of Dante, more or less going through hell and coming back. That's a very quick summary. He's guided by Virgil, and those of you who ever played the Devil May Cry series, that's where those names come from, Dante and Virgil. There was the game Dante's Inferno, which was just, it was basically God of War with the reskin. So as far as the game goes, it was alright, but man, they went all out for some of those levels. But yeah, it's a tie between Dante's Inferno and House of Leaves. House of Leaves is a book that will take your mind on a journey the likes of which have never been seen. Nowadays, a lot of people do know about House of Leaves, but whenever I found out about it when I was in high school, if I if I remember correctly, it was like I had never read anything like that at all. It starts off like, okay, you know, story within a story, and then just... If you want one that kind of messes with your head, definitely recommend it. Another like that, like there's Raw Shark Texts. That's one that'll kind of mess with your head. I still haven't finished that. I've read a good chunk of it, but that's another one that kind of mess with your mind a little bit. Comic, my favorite comic, mostly Batman stuff. A good chunk of my graphic novels are Batman. So I've got Arkham Asylum is a masterpiece. Dark Knight Returns, Year One, Hush, Long Halloween. Oh my... You guys don't know about Long Halloween, son. Let me tell you a thing or two about Long Halloween. That is some brilliant, brilliant writing. It came out originally as, you know, a series of comics, and then they put it together as a graphic novel or a trade, as it's known, more commonly known. Long Halloween, get your hands on it. It is top-notch stuff. Daredevil, Man Without Fear, Frank Miller. I didn't like Daredevil as a character when I was a kid, because I was huge in the comics as a kid. Huge. You know, I was huge in the X-Men, mainly, because I was like, oh my god, you have superpowers, and then when I got older, I was like, superheroes are dumb, whatever. And then I started learning more about, like, Batman, because I was like, it's a dude in a suit. That's awesome. And that's kind of the mentality I've had for a lot of my comics for a while, is like I like things that are a bit more on the realistic side. Now granted, Batman's kind of, you know, it's a stretch, but it's not someone who has mutant powers, you know what I'm saying? That's why Batman is my favorite superhero, because I feel he's more complex, he's more real, he's more relatable, and he's dark, son. Boom, fists, and I am the knight. And, but anyway, back to Daredevil, Man Without Fear. Frank Miller is amazing writing. Like, the idea, it's just Matt Murdock as a kid, all the way up to how he becomes Daredevil. But the way that it's told and presented is so good. So good. I didn't have any interest in Daredevil, and a guy at a comic shop I went to was like, you know, I was just telling him, here's what I like. I'm looking to expand my collection a little bit. And he's like, have you ever read Man Without Fear? And I was like, well, that's Daredevil, right? And he's like, but it's Frank Miller. And I was like, good point. Good point. I said, all right, what the hey, I'll buy it. And I blazed through it in an entire night. Like, it's a, you know, it's a relatively thick set, and did not regret it at all. And now that the Netflix Daredevil show is on, and it kind of takes from Man Without Fear, whew, good stuff. I mean, there's a bunch of other graphic novels we can cover. You know, if you guys want to get deep into it, we can talk about it all day. But for the sake of this video, my favorite all time, I would, what would it be? It would, it's definitely Batman. Definitely Batman. I'm gonna have to think. My favorite graphic novel. What kind of nerd am I? It would probably have to be Killing Joke. Killing Joke would probably have to be my favorite comic graphic novel of all time. Batman, it's Joker, brilliantly written and presented. The panels are great. It holds up to this day. If you want a good, like, if you're like me and you're a Joker fan, like, Joker is my favorite villain, not just because he's Batman's villain, but also because he is Batman's villain. I mean, it's that complementary, the yin to the yang, the dark to the darker, in this case. It tells the story of Joker, and it does it brilliantly. So, Killing Joke. I was trying to toss up between that and, you know, possibly Long Halloween, but Killing Joke, it ekes it out.